Hello Bellezas, welcome back to a new video. As you can already see by the title, today I'm going to be doing a little tier maker thing for horror movies. So if you are interested in seeing that, please go ahead and keep on watching. And for anyone who is new here today, hi, my name is Brenda. I go by Belleza. That is my YouTube channel name, obviously. If you would like, go ahead and subscribe down below. Also turn on your post notifications so you know when I post a new video, and it really helps me out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's video, guys. I'm really excited for this one. As I said, I didn't say it yet, but I am just doing this for fun. I'm not like a movie reviewer, or I don't really usually do these kinds of videos in my channel, but I am just trying to get into the mood of like fall coming up later this month, and I'm just excited for that to be here already because I love fall, I love Halloween, I love horror films. They're one of my favorite genre of movies. So yes, let's go ahead and get started on it. I'm gonna go ahead and start screen recording this. I'm gonna go ahead and start now. Okay, so the first one is gonna be The Ring, which I have not watched in a really long time, and every time I think of The Ring now, I think of the scary movie version of it, and I like the whole concept of it. I like you get the 7 days to live and you watch the tape, and I used to be so scared of that. I was like, I didn't like any like white noise on the TV because it reminded me of The Ring, and I was always like, nope, this day and age I don't know how it holds up. But I am going to put it, I'm going to put it at D. I think that's a good placement for it. I think it's not the best scary movie out there, but it's not the worst either. So it's like, you know, you made it. It's passing. Also for these are all my personal opinions. I don't want to catch nobody's hands, okay? I'm just like, this is just what I think of each one of these movies. And a lot of this on here, I realized that I haven't watched more than once, but I'm gonna try to remember, okay? Okay, so this one, the next one is Halloween. Obviously, I am a fan. I'm just trying to think of where I'm going to be putting this one. Okay, so the OG, good movie, good classic to watch. Jamie Lee Curtis is great in it. I love her so much. I'm going to put Halloween at, I want to say an A, because not up there as one of my like top favorite movies, but I do really enjoy it. Okay, and now The Exorcist, it's like, at the time being, I feel like it was such a like crazy movie. Everybody was like, oh my god, like it's a devil movie, it's like crazy. They did so many different things at that time that were so controversial and so scary, and like a lot of things happened on that set, and I just like a lot of the behind the scenes part of that movie. And the movie itself with the music in it, it's like iconic, it's a classic, it's so fun to watch. Like even if you watched it before, the last time I watched it was probably last Halloween. My boyfriend had never watched it, and I made him watch it. We didn't really pay attention to it because we were carving pumpkins. Exorcist, I think I'm going to also put it at an A. Oh, I want to drag. Come on. Oh, what the heck? Why did it drag all of those? No, go back. Okay, so Exorcist at an A. Okay, Child's Play. As a kid, I was really scared of this movie, but I always wanted to watch it. I don't know why. I had a fascination with Chucky, and I was like, ain't nothing but a thing. I can watch it. I don't have a problem with it. I won't be scared. And that was my mindset as a little kid. And for the most part, I wasn't scared. The first time that I watched it, I don't know if you guys saw my paranormal stories video, but we got it at Blockbuster, and my parents let me watch it. I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 7 or 8. I don't remember. But they let me watch it, and my little sister would share a room with me, and I ended up sleeping by myself that night because she got scared from the movie and she left my ass. She was like, "Bye, I'm going to sleep with our parents," and I was like, okay, whatever. And I do remember it being like really scary to me as a kid, but now when I watch it back, it is the most hilarious movie to me. I don't know, there's so much like dark humor in it, and it is just such a funny movie. I think Child's Play is also going to be a B. Let's see if it'll move it. Okay. And Carrie is one of my mom's favorite movies, like as a horror movie. She remembers this as a kid, or her, not her kid, but I remember as a kid her like letting me watch this movie as well, because it was like a classic for her too. She watched it when she was younger. I mean, it's just a great movie, but I haven't watched it in a long time. I've never watched it more than 3 times, I believe, so I am going to put this movie at a B. It's not bad. It's not the worst. Okay, Friday the 13th. I mean, how can you not love Jason? But, I know it's like a slasher, like teen film, but it's too much like Jason just hates people having sex. He just has to slash those bitches up. It's like, no having sex in my campgrounds. So I feel like that movie's just like, okay, get it, like you're just murdering all these teens and your mom is behind a lot of it and blah blah blah, and you drowned. Okay, and it's a little bit sad of how he ended up this way, and I don't know, but it's still a classic. I love it. I don't know a lot of the details from it, so don't come at me. I'm just basing it off of the few times that I watched it, but it's still an OG character and obviously a classic. As I said, I'm gonna say this about a lot of these movies, but I am going to put Friday the 13th at a B. I'm just gonna move it. Now, It. This movie I love. I just love everything about it. It's like a classic 80s horror flick, and the OG one is just the best. Like the new ones are fun. I love those movies. They were great. I love that they captured that 80s vibe and still kept the story pretty much exactly the same, but just amped it up to its full potential that they couldn't do in the 80s. But even the 80s one held up really well, and I love it. I love this movie. I think I can put this movie at an S, so it's superior. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we are. Okay, this one is Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, the two titles look like they were together. Nightmare on Elm Street, this original one is great. I love the few seconds that Johnny Depp was in it with a crop top on. I mean, and then he gets swallowed by blood. It's like amazing. I don't know how that effect is so great for that time. Just like, I loved watching that. It was so much fun. I think I am going to put Nightmare on Elm Street at an A. And not just because of Johnny Depp. It's a classic, as I said. I love Freddy Krueger. He is a fun, like, slasher villain, whatever you want to call him. Not a good guy though. From, if I do remember correctly, that's why they burned him. Yes. So, not a good guy. The next one is Chainsaw Massacre. Chainsaw Massacre I don't like. It's just too much like torture, too much slashing. I don't like the face cutting and it's so gruesome, it's so gross. I don't like this movie. I know it's an iconic thing, but it's just like not for me. I don't like that kind of movie, which is why I don't really watch like Saw or anything like that. I don't really like torture movies. It's just like, I like slasher movies where it's just like one and done, move on, don't get too gory. It's like a bit of blood and a lot of slashing, but at least it's not torturing. So I'm like trying to justify the murdering me over here. No, I'm not trying to justify it. I just don't like torturing, okay? So I'm going to put Chainsaw Massacre at an F. Don't come for me now. That's just what I feel about it. I haven't watched that movie more than once, and the first time I was like, ugh, I don't like it. Alright, the original Scream, another classics, like or like late 90s vibe of a slasher film that everybody just like, it was like a cookie cutter for the rest of it, and they made so many parodies of it, and it was just a really fun movie. I just like that eerie sort of vibe when you're like at your house and somebody's like calling you, which is why I like that movie Stranger Calls. So that one is a good one. I think I'm going to put Scream. Oof. That's a hard one. Let's see how many I have left. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna put Scream at B. It's a classic too. Okay, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a good one. It's just another like teenagers doing stupid shit, and then they get into some trouble because they couldn't just call the cops, and I'm just like, this movie was frustrating, but it's a good one. There's somebody that was, you know, witnessing this whole thing, and they're getting what they deserve for it. They should have just called the cop. Y'all should have just done that. I don't know why you didn't. So I'm gonna put this at a C. Don't think I've watched that more than a few times either, or a couple of times. Okay, Blair Witch Project. Everybody knows Blair Witch Project. Everybody has done this scene with her in that horrible angle and just like panting and her boogers coming out. I cannot take this movie seriously, and it drags on for so long, and I'm just like, is there a witch or not? Are you guys just crazy? They did do a lot for the promo of this movie. I do remember seeing a couple videos of how they had a whole website like really trying to hit home that it was like a real footage, it was a real story, that this really happened. So they went to the extent of putting out a whole diary and like evidence on a website, and it was just wild. They did the most to promote this movie and really get it hyped. So I'll give them that. So I'm probably gonna put it at a C as well. Sorry if my glasses are like this the whole time, like old lady. It's just my eyelashes are so annoying. Okay, this one I'm guessing is wow, why am I blanking out? Shit. June. What is it called in English? I don't know what I'm talking about with this one. I know which one it is though. It's like the Japanese one. It's the American version of it. Why? Okay, don't go for me. I just have a total brain fart right now. I know which movie it is though. The sound that she makes is just like penetrated in my mind, and I was so scared of that noise for the longest time. It's like the I can't even do it. That was embarrassing. I'm so sorry you had to see that. But I'm gonna put this at a B. That was a good movie. Poltergeist is another like classic 80s film. Do I love it? Not really. It's not my favorite. It's like okay. Can't really remember a lot of it. Just like other than the scene with the screen, that moving hands in it. That's it. I'm gonna put this at a D. I'll give you a little bit of that. Okay, The Shining, great movie. There's so many elements of The Shining that I love that just like stuck with me for a really long time, which is why it makes it iconic, why it makes it a classic, and it's just a good like thriller. And then Doctor Strange was a really good addition to it. I almost forgot what it was called. It was like Doctor Who? No, not Doctor Who. Doctor Strange. That was a really good one. So I'm going to put it at this one's hard. I think I'm gonna put it at a C. Yeah, not bad. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it at a B. Okay, final one. B. It's a B. Okay, and the Suspiria, I've never watched it, so I'm not even going to. I'm just gonna drag that one down here. Okay, Evil Dead, a lot of blood, a lot of craziness happening. Is it my favorite? Not really. I would probably put this at a C. It's alright. It's an alright movie. Don't really have much to say about it. Alright, Alien is a fun movie, so I would probably put this one at a D as well. The Omen, I hate Little Devil Kids. Also not my favorite, really don't have much to say about it. It's not like my favorite kind of horror movie, so I'll probably put this at an F, to be honest. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's just how it is. That's life. I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta be an F. Alright, so Amityville Horror. I'm gonna put this one. I really like this movie. I really like the whole story, and the fact that it's based on a true story makes it even more scary. So I think I'm gonna put this at A. Now, House of Wax. I've only watched it a couple times. It's kind of disturbing. It's kind of gross. I know Paris Hilton is in it, right? I think so. Yeah, I don't like. It was gross because wax just looks nasty, like plain wax. I'm just like, ew. I'm gonna put this at a C. I'm gonna get to the good movies. This is taking too long. Hellraiser. I've not watched it more than once. We're just gonna put it at an F, to be honest, because I don't even remember a lot of it. Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, classic movie. This movie I have been so attached to because Universal Studios was one of my favorite places to go, and when we would do the tour, the the little tour thing, my favorite part was when we would get to the Bates Motel and we would see the house up on the hill, and then Norman Bates was like coming towards the little tram thingy, and it just stuck to me for the longest time. I love Alfred Hitchcock movies, the way that they were filmed back then, the style of it, it's just like so nostalgic to me, even though I was not in that time period or like even born in that time period yet, so I didn't watch it until way later. But I am going to have to put Mr. Hitchcock up at S for sure. Let's see, Hereditary. This movie, when I tell you that it just made my skin crawl, it made me so uncomfortable. It just like scarred me just like a little tiny bit. Like, I'm not joking. It really did. When I watched this movie, I came out of the theater like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck was that? But I really enjoyed this movie. It is so eerie to me. Like a week after I watched it, I was still thinking about it. And then, I kid you not, I was in my living room and somebody outside decided to do that mouth pop, and I know a lot of people do this, but just because I had to watch this movie, it scared the living crap out of me. I like heard it, and I have like a balcony and I had the door open, and there's like another apartment complex on the other side, so people like walk around that parking lot, and literally I heard somebody go, and I was like, I freaked out, and I knew that somebody was talking outside, so I knew it was just them, but I was like, why are you doing that mouth pop right now? Like, so unnecessary. And it creeped me out so much. So I'm going to put Hereditary at an A. Great movie. I recommend you watch it if you haven't. The Babadook, it's a pretty creepy movie. I watched it just one time on Netflix and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna put this one at a C. Not a bad movie. The Conjuring I can watch so many times. I just love the entire Conjuring universe and Ed and Lorraine Warren. It's a fun movie. I do love watching it a lot. So I'm going to put it at a B. And Night of the Living Dead, another classic. I can right away put this one at a C. Just because it really put its foot forward for the rest of all zombie movies and zombie shows, everything like that. It inspired a lot of people in a lot of different ways to make a lot of my favorite movies and shows now. So Jaws, again, I tie this to Universal Studios and movie magic feels. I don't even know what I can explain it as, just like my childhood. I remember watching this a lot with my dad, and the soundtrack to it, obviously everybody knows it. If you just think of Jaws, you can hear it. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Like, automatically iconic. Steven Spielberg. Good movie. I'm gonna put this at a B. Signs. Girl, I can't tell you how many times I want to watch Signs just out of nowhere. I I was like, I need to buy it on DVD or buy it on something for me to be able to watch it whenever I want. And I didn't want to watch it or buy it on my TV. It's too expensive. I was like, I could find it on DVD at like a thrift store or something, because I always, when I want like a good like creepy movie that kind of scares me a little bit, I just like, I want to watch Signs, and then I always just want to go back and rewatch that little clip where they have the kids at the birthday party and you see the alien walk past. It's like a Bigfoot moment, but it's a lot creepier because it feels like home video, and then the guy's reaction to it, the brother, it's so iconic. I just love this movie. So Signs I'm going to put at an S as well, if it'll let me move it. Good job. Gothica is a really good movie too. It's like one of those like mind fuck movies where you're just like, what is going on? And like you want people to believe her and you're like, she's not crazy, but then you're like, maybe she's crazy, I'm not really sure. And then at the end you're just like, what the fuck? So I really like this movie. It's like a fun, scary movie, and it's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit, as I said, mind fucking and just like wild. So I'm going to put this one at a C. Skeleton Key, I already know. I'm just gonna put it at a D. It's not my favorite. I've watched it like a couple times, but not my favorite. Silence of the Lambs, I have not gone through it completely, but everybody says it's a great movie. It's always trending on Netflix. I just have not gotten into it, so I'm not going to rate that one either. And now the last two that I have is The Others and The Sixth Sense. So Others is a really good movie. I like the whole like, it's like another mind-boggling movie. Don't know what word I'm looking for here, but it is a fun movie. I like it. It does make you think a lot, and you're just like, I'm not even gonna say anything about the ending plot twist, but it's a good one. So I'm gonna put this one at a B. And then The Sixth Sense, I'm so sorry if anybody ruined the plot twist for this movie for you. And if you didn't watch it early enough, you should have watched it a long time ago, sweetheart. Because this movie, everybody knows the plot twist by now, and it is a great movie. I enjoy this movie a lot. I've watched it countless amount of times, and I think I'm going to put this at an A. And that is my little tier. And I think I did a pretty good job. I feel like I need to go rewatch a lot of these now for Halloween time, which I obviously am. Come on now, it's almost fall, and we're gonna get into that Halloween spirit, that fall vibes spirit. And yeah guys, that is my tier. Let me know what you think. Do you have different opinions? I'm pretty sure you do. Tell me what your favorite horror movie is down below, or what your favorite thing about the fall time is, about autumn. I'm hoping to make more videos like this during fall time, like more towards like October. I am hoping to do a lot of these like paranormal story videos, Halloween activities, anything like that. Give me some ideas down below if you can. And I hope that you did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun putting it together. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. I love you guys so much. Don't forget, stay safe and be kind. I will see you guys in my next one. Love you guys so much. Bye bye.
What's on the other side of inhibition? No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good.